Hello and welcome back to another episode of Overkill Trading. I hope everybody had a great weekend. Today is Monday, January 19th, and I told you guys on Mondays we're just going to go over what I am holding in my portfolio since I get a lot of questions about names that are in my portfolio, stocks, and cryptocurrency. So what we're going to do in today's video is we're just going to go over every single name I'm currently in and positioned in. And I'm just going to show you guys the charts, give you guys my thoughts on it, my analysis, as always. This is for education purposes only. Now, this is financial advice. I'm just giving you guys my 2 cents behind, why I'm investing, what I'm investing in. So I'm just going to go down the line here today. We're going to start with the actual names that are red today. So the biggest loser for today is going to be XCN. So I'm still way up on this position. I bought that green dot back here on November 24th at like 4 cents, 0.004, so about a half a penny. It did pop up to around 0.013. I did take some off somewhere up here. I think it was around 0.008. So it was about a 100% move. I sold like 25% of the position, but XCN I think is a sleeper. I think a lot of people are sleeping on this. They have some really interesting tech and a lot of interesting products they're going to be releasing over the next few years. It's still a pretty low market cap, but what really caught my attention with Onyxcoin was the listing on Robinhood. So Robinhood doesn't just normally list any coin. It's not like they just list meme coins and crap coins, right? They actually list legitimate projects. So I'm actually staking this one. I went over actually how to stake this over here on their website. So if you go over to the Onyx website, it's just onyx.org. You could see my staked position here. So I have around 9.6 million of these staked, and they pay around 28% right now. So this is an asset that I believe is going to go up over time. I could see this thing at a $1 to $10 billion market cap. I think it's sitting at about a $300 million market cap right now. So if it just goes back up to here where it was last year around this time in January at 5 cents, you're talking about like an 800% move back to that level. Little around 600%. I think it's higher than that, but anywhere from 6 to 700% if we just go back to this area. So what I'm doing is I'm just staking mine and I'm just earning. You can see I've earned 7,900. I'm earning around 7,500 coins a day. So what I do every day is I come in here and I claim my rewards and I restake them. And I can do that for you guys here actually live just to show you, but I cover how to do this. I cover how to do all of it in I cover how to do this in our DeFi course. So if you guys haven't checked out the DeFi course yet, I did drop a couple videos explaining how to make passive income with your cryptocurrency. Because as stuff just goes sideways like we've been going lately, right, you're not earning anything. But if you're staking and you're earning in liquidity pools, and by staking, obviously, you can see that just went into my wallet. You can see I now have a balance of 8,000 XCN. So what I could do is I'm just restaking. So you can see this is going to increase my daily earnings on Onyx by 6.2. So I'm going to earn another 6 a day just by staking this 8,000 here. So my goal with XCN is just to literally stack as much as possible until we get our sell signal. And we are nowhere near the sell signal. This is going to go ahead and stake in there. You're going to see this number change. That's going to go up to around 7,496. I really think this is going to be one of the top performing cryptocurrencies in 2026. They have a lot of interesting projects and a lot of interesting products you could see that are coming out. And that listing on Robinhood, I just thought was the last thing I needed to take a very large position. So I'm in on that one. And again, my stance doesn't change. If you guys are familiar with our strategy, what we're looking to do is buy the green dots when the wave is down here below this white line, that blue wave. When that comes below that white line is when we want to be buying. This is our accumulation zone, right? This is when something bad has happened, so to speak, right? We've had a big drop to the downside, right? This thing from the all-time high, everyone was talking about it up here at 5 cents. No one cares about it now down here after it just dipped 90%. So again, just buying, staking, and trying to earn as much as possible. It's 91% off of its top right there at 5 cents. It's sold all the way back off. So you can see you got your sell signal right there, that red dot right there around 4 cents. And again, it pulled all the way back 90%. So I'm just buying and staking that one for now. That one looks good. Sui is down 8% today. So once again, we got this signal back in December, on December 1st. That was about a month and a half ago. So if you guys are familiar with our strategy, we are swing traders here. We are 1 to 6 months out on all our investments. So we say 1 to 6 months because there's no real way to know how fast the move is going to happen. Sometimes it can happen in a couple days. Sometimes it takes a couple weeks. But typically, when we get our signal, right, our signal is the green dot with the wave below this white line on the weekly chart, okay? Typically what we want to do is hold for 1 to 6 months, okay? So we got that back on December 1st, so we're about a month and a half into this trade, and we're just consolidating right now. We're just going sideways, kind of like we did back here in 2024. You can see we got the signals down here. This was July 2024. We got those signals. We just literally hung out here. We went sideways for, I mean, if you count these, probably 3 months, we went sideways and did nothing. So we got to be prepared for crypto to just go sideways, okay? Where we're looking to sell, okay, just like how we're looking to buy down here when this wave is down here, we want to look to sell when the wave is back up here above that white line. So until we get a red dot up here, we're not looking to sell. If anything, we're looking to buy. So one thing I want to point out to you guys is in the strategy, right, if you come over here to our dots and signals, I want you to pay attention here to the daily alert and the 4-hour alert. So what this says is to buy as long as the monthly or weekly is green. Okay, let me read that again. Buy as long as the monthly or weekly is green. Okay, so Sui, what color is the dot on the weekly chart? The color is green. Yes, that means we are bullish biased, meaning we are bullish over the next 1 to 6 months. So what should we be doing right now? What could we be doing to manage this position and build more position and maybe dollar cost average? Again, my average cost is around 140 on this because I entered the day of that green dot right there, right? Like right around 135 to 140. I don't know exactly what the average cost is, but it's right there around 140, I think. Okay, so I'm still up on the position, but what we can do now is we can zoom in to the 4-hour and the daily chart, right? Those are the smaller time frames. We only care about those time frames. We only care about the daily alert and the 4-hour alert if the monthly or the weekly is green. So if we're playing Sui, we're playing this green dot, right? So what we can do now is zoom into the 4-hour, and it's the same thing. We should be looking for a green dot with this blue wave down here below the 0 line. Okay, you can see how that's just pulled back. This is a liquidation dip, guys. They're going to grab all the leverage longs. There's a bunch of people who are not very smart that use leverage in crypto. Okay, it is the dumbest thing that you could do, and that is why the markets are so volatile. Okay, but all they're doing right now is liquidating all the longs. Okay, but what do we got? Okay, we got that signal right there today, this morning at 8 o'clock. Saying, hey, 150, this is a great place to dollar cost average. So if you missed the weekly signal, you could be looking to add now off of this green dot. That applies to our strategy, right? It's all laid out for you guys over here in the dots and signals, okay? Buy as long as the monthly and weekly is green, monthly or weekly, okay? So again, when you have the macro move, when you have the macro signal, the same signal we got back here, again, this is a weekly chart, guys. This isn't a day trade. This isn't like we're looking to sell tomorrow. We are looking to buy and hold until this wave comes back up here and gives us a red dot. Okay, you could even sell up in this area. We have a couple different sell strategies. Another one is to sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily. So pretty much what I'm doing on these positions is I'm just waiting for price to come back up here. When is that going to be? I can't tell you. If I knew the exact date, I would tell you. Trust me. But there's no way to truly tell when it's going to happen. The whole goal behind technical analysis is to get in when things are cheap. How do we know things are cheap? Well, we use indicators. We use the data, right? This thing's pulled back from 450 all the way down here to 150. Again, everybody's hooping and hollering about Sui up here at $4. No one cares about it down here after it went down 70% because everyone was buying up here. Do you guys understand that's how the market cycle works? Okay? When things are going up, everything's great. It's euphoria. It's great. Everyone's having a good time. Right? People are hooping and hollering, telling everybody how great they are, right? Kind of like all the people who are holding silver right now. They're just on cloud 9 right now, right? Everyone's just super jacked up, and they deserve to be. But the problem is greed kicks in, right? So if you weren't taking profits up here between $4 and $5 on Sui, and you're still holding, you're in something that's called despair, right? You're in despair. You just sat through a 70% dip. and now your wife's kicking you out of the house. You don't know what to do, right? This is why we have a selling strategy, guys. A selling strategy tells us where to buy and sell. So if you were not selling SUI up here at $5, you were not following our strategy. Okay, if you were not selling SUI right up here around $4 as well back in July, you were not following our strategy. You can see clear as day signal right there on July 17th. Okay, right there at 450, 440. Okay, now we're sitting at 156. So everyone's freaking out. Everyone's unsure. Now we got Trump putting more tariffs on. You guys remember what happened last time the tariffs came? You guys remember? Let's just go back. Let's just look at Ethereum. Let's just look at Ethereum here. I don't hold Ethereum, so this is not a portfolio update. Where were the tariffs last year? April 2025. What happened? That was the bottom signal right there on Ethereum. Okay, Ethereum was one of our best trades last year. We played the options. This thing went from $1,500 off our signal all the way up to $5,000. Okay, look at that clear as day sell signal right there in August. I took profits on pretty much all my crypto here in August, September when we were up at these levels. Okay, and now we pulled back, and now we are interested in buying again. So SUI, I still like. Again, I would just be watching the smaller time frames now, like the daily and also the 4-hour. I like the 4-hour dot right here today that we got. The next one you could look to add on is the daily. Again, we have strong support down here at 130, 132. So still bullish on SUI, even with an 8% pullback. If you guys are going to use this strategy, you got to be able to sit through these little pullbacks here, these 7% pullbacks. Okay, I have a saying that people want the 10x gains, right? Everyone wants a 10x or a 100x, but someone can't sit through a 5% gain. That's typical retail, right? All we know right now is we've just experienced a big pullback. If we're buying right now, we're beating the majority of retail because the majority of retail was buying up here between 4 and 5, okay, when everyone's excited. That's when everyone's happy. Right now, nobody's happy. People are losing interest. People don't care anymore. People are tired. They're fed up. They're complaining. They're lost in la-la land, okay? That's when I want to buy. When the sentiment sucks, when everything sucks, when it's all over, when everyone's screaming bear market and Donald Trump saying tariff and all this stuff, that's when I want to buy. Okay, that's just the way I move. That's the way I operate. It feels really weird to do because it's like you're going against the grain, right? You're like a fish swimming in the other direction of the school, right? Because you're buying when everyone else is not having a good time, and people are not having a good time when they watch their portfolio go down 70%. So, just my 2 cents. Like I said, I'm just a guy on YouTube. I just trust the data. I don't fluff things. I'm never gonna rug you guys or anything like that. Okay, I'm not saying I'm a 100% trader, but everything we do here is backed by 3 things. Okay, you guys know those 3 things. If you guys have been around, logic, data, and discipline. Okay. Logic is our strategy. This is how we approach the markets. If you guys are new and not familiar with our strategy, I have a free trading course over here in the Discord you guys can check out, completely free under the trading course tab. That DeFi course is over there as well, completely free. I don't want to charge you guys for education. You guys can check all that out right over there. Okay? But with that being said, it's not an easy thing to do. 90 to 95% of people fail at investing, and it's because they can't manage their emotions. Okay, it becomes very, very easy to manage your emotions when you have a plan and the discipline to stick to your plan. No matter what. No matter if your name's down 7, 8, 9% today, it doesn't even bother me. What bothers me is seeing some of the people in the Discord freak out. Right? There's nothing to be worried about, right? We have a green dot on the weekly. We're long on this asset. We are fully bullish on this asset as long as the dot remains green. This dip today is a buying opportunity, if anything. But I'm not going to average down on SUI because my entry is 140. So it doesn't make sense for me to buy at 156 because we got in on the dot down here at 130. Now, if it drops down to $1, yeah, that would make sense for me to average down. But right here, it just doesn't. So even after this 8% dip today, I'm still up on the position, so I'm still holding. DRG is Dragon Swap. This is a lower cap play, very new coin. Not much to it, no data really. It's just a play on SEI. So SEI is another layer 1, but DRG, there's just not a lot of technical stuff I could tell you guys. It's just a newer coin that I decided to invest in. I can't see any data on my chart, so I think it's only like a $4 million market cap. So not a whole lot to cover on that. But Pinlink here, Pinlink looks good. Again, signal came right back here in December at 10 cents. You're up 60% if you bought on the signal. It's sitting at 16. Signal came at 10. I'm I'm sitting on this one, right? We're looking for the red dot in the red zone. So right now my target on Chainlink is all the way up here at $1. So like I said before, our sell strategy, let's just go back to ETH because it's a really easy one to reference. One of our sell strategies is to sell the red dot. We're looking at a daily chart here. Red dot in the red zone. Okay, that is where we want to sell based on the daily chart. That is right over there in the trading rules. Sell strategy number 1, we sell a red dot in the red zone on the daily chart. So why would I sell Chainlink down here? Okay, if I'm bullish on it. I want that to retract up here to the red zone. So anywhere from 80 cents to $1 is where I'm looking to sell Chainlink. Until then, I'm just staking it and earning passive income on it. Okay, and again, as long as the dot is green, we are bullish. STLA, honestly, I don't know why I took a position on this. Actually, I do. I've seen some option activity. I have some options on this. They're for $20. The $20 calls for 2028. So it's about a 2-year time frame on those options. I'm just looking for the weekly to average down, but you could see how it has very strong support down here at around 850. So if it comes back down here to this range, I'll probably look to buy more. But I played this one on the monthly. Okay, you can see that $9. It went all the way up to 12, and now it pulled back this month here about 10%. So I'm looking for places to add to that. I'm probably going to add to the position once I get the daily dot here, because again, as long as the monthly or the weekly is green, I want to be looking for the smaller time frame signals. So you can see how oversold it is now on the daily. Okay, we're getting way down there into the buy zone, and again, our target would be up here in the red zone. So they are a big, massive company. I mean, they make like $88 billion a quarter. I think they're the makers of Dodge, like the car company. So I mean, they make a ton of money. I mean, almost $100 billion a quarter. They're no joke, and they pay a really nice dividend. So I'm looking for the daily on STLA. We got Plume down 4% today. Again, the dot is still green, so we're still bullish. This thing has strong support right there at around a penny. It's sitting at about a penny and a half. Again, this thing was all the way up here at 20 cents. So still bullish, still holding green, still looking good. We got Nail, N-A-I-L. This is the Homebuilder ETF. I had to sneeze. Homebuilder ETF we have been tracking here. Again, we got the signal last week. We bought this at like 53, and it went up to like 70. So we're up like 30% or something like that on the position. But again, we're not selling until this wave comes back up here. We traded this back in April. We bought it down here at 50 like we did here, and it went all the way up to 100 for a 100% move. Again, this is where we're looking to sell, okay? That is when we want to sell on the weekly and then up here on the daily. So we're targeting around $100 on this right now. $100 I think would be a good take profit for Nail. Until then, we're still holding, but I am bullish on home builders going into 2026 just because of how the charts are looking. And you can see how that monthly starting to line up here too. I'm looking for a move like that. Coming into 2026, I think 100 is a good level. We're pretty close. We're about halfway there, so just keeping an eye on Nail here. And Chainlink. Chainlink's probably one of my favorite cryptos, as you guys know. I believe it is my largest position. I think it is my largest position. Yeah, I think it makes up the largest position in my portfolio. Again, we're right back down here. What do we got? We got our signals, guys. Again, I'm not saying this just pulling it out of the air. I'm going off the data, okay? Again, logic, data, and discipline. Logic is the strategy. If you don't have a strategy, you should get one or you're going to fail, okay? It's mathematically proven that you will fail if you do not have a strategy, okay? The data is going to be the indicators, okay? Buying opportunity here, buying opportunity here at 13. It went from 13 all the way up to 28. This one came at 12, went up to 28. Selling, buying, okay? This was another really good trade last year. We entered this one in April and June, and it popped all the way up to 28 for like 120% move. Back here in August, September, again, we were buying this at 10. It popped up to 30, pulled back, okay? Markets move in waves, guys. Up, down, up, down, up, down, okay? It's a clear as day pattern, right? Just trust the data. Don't listen to the news. Don't listen to what Trump's saying. Don't listen to what Twitter's saying. Don't listen to what anybody else is saying, okay? You don't even have to listen to what I'm saying. But I'm going off the chart, right? I'm going off what the data says. I'm a data guy. I'm a numbers guy. I'm not an emotional guy. I just trade the data. I try to keep it as simple as possible. I can tell, right, from history, okay, that every time this wave came down here and gave a green dot, just like it did here in 2023, 3 years ago, okay, this was 2 years ago, this was last year, it was a good time to buy. Okay. And right now, okay, if you're freaking out about a 3% dip, okay, I don't know what to tell you. Trust the data. That's what I'll tell you. Trust the data. It is a great time to be accumulating altcoins and cryptocurrency. Everyone else is focused on silver and gold. And it's, look at, you missed the boat. You missed it. Anyone buying silver up here is doomed. They're doomed. If you're still holding, congrats. Congratulations. Okay. I told you guys to sell all your silver and put it all into Link. That's what I do. From a technical standpoint, that is the smartest move. If you were buying silver at the right time, you were buying down here at 30 and you were buying right here at 20. Now it's at 94. I don't know who's buying it up here, but they're dumb. I'm sorry, but technically you're dumb for buying crypto here. I'm sorry, for buying silver here. Okay, Chainlink's a way better investment. Okay, I think the chances of Chainlink going back up here to 28, that's a 122% move. Okay, if Chainlink just goes back to where it was last year, that's 122%. So silver would have to go all the way to like $200 for you to make that same gain. Okay, so I like my chances of Link going to back to 28, just where it was 6-7 months ago. Okay, then I do silver going to 200. Okay, look how overbought we are. And again, I'm not knocking silver. I'm really happy for everybody that bought this, but if you're buying it now, I'm not happy for you. If you're buying silver up here at 94, I'm not happy for you. Okay, because again, silver's gone on a parabolic move before in the past, like it did back here in 2011. It hit $50. What did it do? Then it sold off for 5 years, all the way back down to 14. So if you didn't sell up here, you felt like a really big idiot. Okay, from 2011 all the way down here to 2016. And you didn't even make your money back until this year. So you had to wait 15 years if you were buying silver here at $50. 15 years you had to wait just to get back to break even. Does that make sense? So I don't want to see people buying stuff like this, okay, up here at these levels. Okay, that's why I made this channel, because I just see people getting slaughtered, right? People only want to buy when everyone's excited. I mean, that's just the way it goes. It's the psychology of the market. The market is 90% psychology. If you can't manage the psychology and your emotions, then you're never going to be successful at it. And that's just what the data says, folks. I don't have a green ball or a 8-ball or a magic wand or anything like that. I just go off the data. Warren Buffett tells you, buy when there's blood in the streets. Is there blood in the streets right now with silver? No. Look at it. It's at a parabolic move. Everyone's freaking out, right? It's, again, can it hit 100? Yeah, it can hit 100. But like I said, I like my chances of Link going back to 28 for 120% gain than silver going to 200. I just don't think silver is going to hit 200. I think silver will probably top out at 100. Again, I don't like to put price predictions out there because it'll go to like 102 and people will be like, oh, you said it was going to 100 and it went to 102. That's just why I don't do price predictions, because it's stupid. I just want to look at the chart. As long as we're getting out close, right? As long as we're close to the top, right? You want to sell into greed, okay? You don't want to wait for the very top, okay? As long as we're getting out around it, we're doing the right thing. We're beating 99% of the people, okay? And as long as we're buying down here when no one else is excited, like I said, if you were following our strategy, you should have been buying silver right here at 30 and right back here at 20, okay? You shouldn't be buying up here. It's just what the chart says. And again, we are technical traders here. If you're still holding silver for fundamental reasons because you think Armageddon's going to come and right, whatever, something's going to happen, then all the power to you. But as a technical trader, someone that looks at the charts, right, and wants to buy low and sell high, you're not following along here, right? It's just the way it is. So Chainlink, again, we're going sideways right now. And this could be frustrating, right? It could be frustrating to watch the name just go sideways, just go up. We haven't moved. We literally, Chainlink hasn't moved in like 3 months, right? From 15 to 11. So right now it's just a matter of, hey, we're range bound, right? We're sideways. Sideways isn't a bad thing. This is actually when the smart money loads up, when things are just calm, sideways, right? Not a lot of action. We're not going up like crazy. We're not going down like, we're just kind of quiet, right? So again, I believe the money is made in the markets by waiting, okay? I don't believe it's made in buying or selling, even though that does play a role, but I think the majority of it is just waiting, right? We're waiting. We're just patient right now. So with Chainlink, again, you can be in here on the daily and the 4 hour now. You can see we got the 4 hour. By the way, we got a lot of 4 hour signals on our crypto this morning. I mean, you can see how many just went off. We had one from OP, INJ, CRO, Near, APT, AVE, DOT, VET, Link. Like all of these gave 4 hour signals today. So that tells you that, hey, in the short term, this could be the bottom. Okay, and I really like when those 4 hour signals come when the weekly is still green. So I'm still very bullish on altcoins. Nothing has changed. Everything is still looking very, very good here. Snapchat's a play on the monthly here. It's still sitting down here at 750. Another one that literally hasn't moved. Okay, so like I said, now it's just a matter of being patient. Snapchat normally moves really big off its earnings. So you can see they have earnings coming up on February 10th. That's in about 3 weeks from now. So if we're using the red zone, we're targeting $12 on this. Again, it's just sideways. Hasn't had an explosive move. Okay, it's just channeling sideways. So target on that's still 12, still holding that one. Service now kind of went the other way. I jumped the gun on this one, but this thing's just very oversold right now. So somebody asked me when I'm looking to average down on this, and it's going to be probably this week. So what I'm looking for an average down signal on service now is going to be a green dot here on the daily. I think that's probably going to come this week. 120 looks like a good place to average down. It's sitting at 127 right now. I entered this at around 145, so I'm down like 15% on it. But again, if I entered last week, my entry was for 1 to 6 months out. So we just need our bottoming signal. We need the weekly dot. You could also look for a daily this week because it's selling off really hard. It's really liquidating people right now. So watching for the weekly signal on service now. That is definitely one I'm looking to average down on. That's a big time AI play. They provide a lot of stuff for the AI sector. So I just want to see that green dot pop back on the screen. Cetus, nothing's changed. We're still bullish. We're right. I mean, we're a little bit above where we bought it, but again, we're at 2023 lows. This is the low from 3 years ago. This thing was all the way up at 50 cents, okay? 50 cents all the way here in 2024, and then it sold all the way off to 2 cents. Again, everyone excited about up here, no one excited down here. I think Cetus is going to be a huge win in 2026. That's one of my favorite cryptos. I think that's my second largest holding. Cetus is my second largest holding, I think, behind Chainlink. TTD, Trade Desk, that one's still green. So again, we're on the 4 hour and the daily looking for places to average down. That'll look like it'll give you probably a signal there on Tuesday. That's looking good. Target's still up there at 100 to 120, but this stock has just been pounded to the floor, right? We're not buying up here when everyone's excited. We're buying when everyone's given up, everyone's folding, and people are going to chase the next shiny object, okay? I like this thing still at 35, just looking to average down on the position on a 4 hour or a daily alert, whichever one comes first. I like that one for next week. We got Polkadot. Polkadot is my third largest holding. So I think my holding size goes Link, it's either Cetus or Dot. I think those are actually even. And then the rest of the stuff is just kind of whatever. I have a pretty big position on Link, or on Pinlink. And XCN's also a very big position too. But DOT is one of my largest positions. They have a lot of upgrades coming out this year, and they're down here at $2. $2 is a great psychological level. I would love to see a monthly DOT on this one pop. I think my entry's around 230 on this, so I'm down about 10 to 15% on the position right now, but I'm staking it, earning around 10% APY year over year. So Coinbase actually pays you every single day. They pay you every single day on your staking, so I'm earning DOT every day. I'm earning about 10 DOT a day right now, and again, I am extremely bullish on this one. Again, another one, you can look to buy the 4 hour. You got the 4 hour DOT right there at $2. So I really like Polkadot too. That's one of my largest holdings, and I'm just staking and earning as time goes on. Yep, if you guys want the trading indicators, I have them over here for you. In the trading indicator tab, feel free to get your questions in the live chat. I'm going to take some questions here after we get through the rest of these names. But you guys can download the trading indicators over here in the trading indicator tab. Just click on this link right here, and then everything will load directly up into your TradingView account. You're going to get all the red and green dots, the EMAs. You'll even get the red zone and all the Fibonacci zones. And I go over how to use all these indicators in our free trading course over here. If you guys are new, just click on this link. There's a whole course that you guys can watch. and it'll explain how we use all the indicators together. It's not just one indicator we use a number of indicators together in order to make our decisions. But look at that bull hammer there on DOT. I'm loving it, dude. I'm loving it, man. Things are looking good. Yeah, if you need an update on the indicator, you guys can just email me. So you can see trading indicator tab over here. For questions or support, send me an email. Okay, my email is right there in the thread. It's a super straightforward process to download it. You just click this link, and it takes a couple of clicks and everything loads directly up into your account. Your screen is going to look exactly like my screen. And if you guys need the updated version, like I said, just shoot me an email over here at overkillinvesting.club. We got Ray. Ray is a play on Solana. This is one of the biggest Solana ecosystem tokens. Again, green dot is where we entered. We're sitting right around the green dot still. So again, as we go sideways, this is normally where the smart money wants to load up. And then when we go on this parabolic move to the upside, we're going to be ready to sell when this wave comes back up here. So like I said, when the wave is down here, we want to buy. I don't care what Twitter says or what Donald Trump says or what anybody. It's all noise, guys. I could care less what Donald Trump is doing or what he is saying. Okay? Do not care. It does not make a difference on my investment strategy, right? Our strategy is to buy the green dot down here. Okay, as long as I'm doing that, I know for a fact I'm beating the rest of retail. Okay, I know I'm beating the rest of retail as long as we're doing that. This thing is down literally 90% from where it was. Okay, 80%, excuse me, from where it was in September. So I want to buy an 80% pullback. Those are the pullbacks I'm looking to buy. I still really like Ray, and I'm staking that one on their website as well, just like XCM. CMCSA, this is Comcast. So again, just targeting the red zone on this one, still holding $35 is the spot that I'm looking for. Uniswap, I almost bought this one this morning. I bought it at like $5.50. Yeah, it went down like, what? It's only down like 2% now. It's so funny to watch the red days, man. I just need to start muting the Discord on red days, because every red day, it's like people just start to lose their minds. But again, we stick to the strategy. We're not selling, right, until we get a sell signal and get closer to this red zone, right? Uniswap's at the bottom, right? So just how we want to sell the top of the red zone, we want to buy the bottom of this golden zone. So you can see it tapped it there in November, had a big pop up. Tapped it here in November, had a little pop up, and it's tapping it again right now. I really like Uniswap here at 5. I would definitely look to average down on this one. I mean, it already got the 4-hour signal here. So you can see it's at the bottom of the fib on the 4-hour, bottom of the fib here on the daily. Once that daily dot comes, I think this thing's going to explode to the upside. I think that's going to be an easy 2 to 3 bagger right there. Yeah, if we get this video to 300 likes, guys, 300 likes on the video, I'll give away 100 XRP. 100 XRP giveaway if we can get this video to 300 likes. If we can get to 150 on the stream as we're live, I'll give away 100 XRP to somebody in the live chat. If we can get the 300 on the replay, if you guys are tuning in for the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP. We already gave some away last week. We did it last week. We got to 150 on the stream. Shout out to the Spartan Army, baby. We'll see, man. How y'all doing today? Efren, what's going on, brother? Ryan said, thoughts on Figma? Yeah, we'll take some chart requests here in just a sec. Yep, the Bears are out today, aren't they? Oh, we're down 5%. Oh my God, everybody run, man. Look what a 5% dip looks like on the chart, on the weekly chart. Nothing, dude. We're chasing these big fat green candles. That's what we want. This little red candle don't mean nothing. The Bears are out. The Bears are back out of their caves. They were really quiet for the last couple of weeks, but again, nothing's changed in any of these names. I'm telling you guys that. We haven't moved. We're sideways. We're looking at the macro charts. A lot of these traders are in here on like the 5-minute chart, and they're like, "Oh my God, it's the end of the world," right? Look at this. Look at that little dip on Link people are panicking about. Okay, I don't think you guys are panicking. Okay, I don't think anyone's really panicking. There's a few people in the Discord that are kind of losing their minds, but I saw some of them mention that they're using leverage, so it makes sense. I tell you guys, do not trade crypto with leverage. It's that easy. Don't use leverage in crypto, and you'll win. You'll win. Oxy's still green, also just targeting the red zone on this up here at 52. I do think Oxy could run here. This is one of the oil and gas stocks we've been tracking here. ET's another energy play we've been tracking. Both of these names still look really good. ET kind of broke out here We played the options for the $20 calls on ET a couple weeks ago, so both of those are in profit and just continuing to hold until this wave gets closer back up here. Okay, until that happens, we want to buy on the smaller time frames. Okay, so I'd be looking for a pullback on ET on the 4-hour or the daily chart. The daily's got a red dot, so you could see a little dip back to 17, then a push up. But our target's from 20 to 21 on ET, and then the target for Oxy is up here at 52. Okay, our target's always going to be the top of the red zone there on the charts. And then P-Sky, this is Paramount. So I took a small position on this last week. The wave is down here. I kind of jumped the gun on the green dot, but I do think this thing's going to bottom. They just had a big partnership announced with UFC. So if you guys aren't familiar with the UFC, that is one of the most popular sports that people watch. I personally love it. And they had a big partnership to where you can only watch the UFC on their app now. They're also raising their subscription prices by 30% this quarter. So that's going to bring in a lot more revenue for them. And I like how oversold the chart is down here. So I took a position on that. They also pay a dividend as well. Ticker is P-Sky. I don't know if you guys watch Paramount Plus. My wife and I have been watching a lot of shows on it. It actually has really good shows, really good movies. And the fact that the UFC is now on it is going to bring a lot of subscribers, and their pricing is going up. So I think everybody's going to win in that, and I think their stock's going to win even more. Here's GoodRx. GoodRx is doing absolutely nothing. So, again, just another name that's just kind of hanging out. I'm waiting for somebody to come buy this thing out. Okay, somebody buy out GoodRx. Okay, someone put in a word for somebody. Maybe NVO will buy them out. I don't know. But, again, sideways. Honestly, I'd rather things go down than go sideways. Like, sideways action is just so boring, right? When we don't move. We're not moving. I'm yawning, right? I'm getting on here making videos for you guys, but we're not moving. So, again, I don't move the markets. You don't move the markets. The markets move when they want to move. We can't tell the market what to do. But you could see this kind of price action back here, okay, that we're getting right now, came back here last year. Look what happened. Sideways, sideways, explosion, okay? Explosion. I think this is what's coming here in Q1, okay, into April. I think one of these days, right, we're going to have that big move up where we go up 32%, right? And then people are going to be saying, hey, is it too late? Is it too late? Is it too late? I'd rather be loading my bags right now. We already got our signals. There's nothing to be bearish about on a lot of these cryptocurrencies. So, that's the strategy, folks. If you don't have a strategy, you need one, and you need the discipline to stick to it. I've been doing this for 8-9 years, and this strategy has made me a lot of money in the markets, okay? It takes an incredible amount of patience, an incredible amount of discipline, okay? Because sometimes, right, the market does go down. The market does go against you. But if you have the patience to wait it out and you're buying good quality assets, over time, everything goes up, right? Well, besides PayPal here. PayPal's just been stuck in a range here. But the last time we got a green dot on PayPal here was back in April at 60. It had a really nice pop up to 80. I'm buying PayPal because it's very undervalued here. Okay, they make around $8 to $9 billion a quarter. And again, the technicals are way down here. I do have a position on this thing. I'm just looking for the weekly on PayPal. But I think that's going to be another big winner here in 2026. We got HIMS as well. So now we're getting into the names that are green here. But HIMS, I still like. Okay, we're just looking for the weekly signal here. We bought this one at like 32 or something like that. So down a little bit on it. My plan going into this was to buy it at 30, and if it dropped to 20, I'm going to buy more. What impressed me about HIMS is you can see that in November of last year, they reported $600 million, right around $600 million of revenue. And if you go to the previous year, which would be November of 2024, they made $400 million. So I've mentioned this in previous videos. $400 million to $600 million is a 50% increase in revenue year over year. Okay, if they can continue to do that, their stock is going to fly because people want stocks, right? Investors want to buy stocks that are making money, that are increasing their business, not losing business. You want to see the revenue going up, 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 up. Okay, you don't want to see the revenue going down. You want to see it going up. HIMS, I think, is going to be a big player in the pharmaceutical industry. It's just a healthcare play we decided to take a position on, and I really like it here at 30. I'd like it even more at 20. I don't know if it's going to get there, but if it does, I'm ready to average down. PBR is another oil and gas stock we took, I think, a couple of weeks ago, and that thing's popping up. So target on this is up here at 15. I think there's going to be a lot of volatility in oil and gas and energy stocks in 2026 just because everything that Trump's doing. He's really shaking the cage and getting everybody all fired up. So we're positioned. We got ET, Oxy, and PBR. Those are my oil and gas plays. PBR is a Brazilian oil and gas company. So Brazil is right down there, pretty close to Venezuela. So these guys make a ton of money too. $21 billion a quarter, huge company. I'm looking for that one to break out this year as well. We got Oracle. Oracle also gave us the signal here at around 190. Again, we're just buying the dots, guys. We want to buy good companies. Obviously, you need to buy a good company. How do you tell if a company's good? Well, I like to look at their revenue. If they're making $16 billion every 4 months, that's a huge company. They're doing something right. And Oracle actually is the majority owner of TikTok now, so TikTok's a big money maker. And again, big pullback from 350 all the way down to 200. You got the signal right here. You got the signal right back here in April. If you would have bought that at 124 and held from April to July, okay, how long is that? April, May, June, July. That's 3 months. You would have made 100%. If you would have held till here in September, okay, you made 182%. So again, buying when the green dot is down here below this white line on the weekly chart. Okay, we changed that up a little bit in 2026, but again, I think it's the most simple way to do it. And my whole key with this channel is simplification. I want anybody who is capable to be able to invest, right? And I want them to have a strategy that works very well. Right? And this strategy, as you can see, every time this wave has come back down, you can't argue with the numbers, right? You can't argue with the charts. Every time this wave comes back down here, if you're willing to hold for a 1 to 6 month period, the chances of you making money is anywhere from 75 to 80%. If you're willing to hold for a year, I think your odds go up to like 80 to 90%. So again, just trusting the data here, trusting what the chart says, not what the people say or what Jim Cramer says or what Donald Trump says. We just want the chart. Tell me the chart and I'll tell you the news. Okay, show me the chart and I'll tell you what the news is. Right now, it's scare. Why is that? Because all these stocks have pulled back, right? Everyone's calling for a bear market now. Okay, call for a bear market up here at the top. 450 down to 230 on Coinbase is a 50% drop. So it's normally not a good idea to be bearish when something goes down 50 to 60%. Okay, it's just not. You should be bearish when things go up 50 to 60%. I'm telling you, it's not easy to do, guys. You're a fish swimming in the other direction of the school. Okay, I've referenced this before. Think of yourself as a farmer, right? Down here, you're planting the seeds in the ground, right? You're putting the seeds in the ground, getting ready. Okay, up here is when you're harvesting the crop. Okay, planting season, harvesting season, planting season, and there's no other if, ands, buts about it. Okay, you got the signal clear as day there on Coinbase. So again, I'm very bullish until this comes back up here. Okay, I could be looking at the 4 hour if I want, but I like my position on Coinbase here, and I'm just going to continue to hold. And again, these signals don't come around every day, guys. Do you guys understand that? Yeah, Jeff says time in the markets is more important than timing the markets. So 100%, dude. And we should all be in the market if the dot is coming down here. I mean, that's just the way it is. If you're using our strategy, we should be in the market. A lot of these people that are bashing the markets, calling for, they're not even in the market. They're not even in the game. Okay, they got an opinion on the game and they're not even in the game. They're not even invested. So again, until you have skin in the game, you shouldn't have an opinion. Okay, I am not fully invested, but I probably have about 25% cash sitting on the sideline. But I'm looking for reasons to buy here, folks. I'm looking for reasons to buy. Again, patience is key here. Okay, Coinbase gave the signal a couple weeks ago. I really like it here at 240. I think it's going to be one of the biggest exchanges out there. There was some noise last week about them and the Clarity Act and not agreeing with it. And again, it's just noise. The noise happens down here. You guys understand that? The noise happens down here. This is when it's really noisy. A lot of FUD. You know what FUD stands for? Fear, doubt, uncertainty. Okay? Fear, doubt, uncertainty. Fear, uncertainty, doubt. FUD. FUD. Okay? It doesn't happen up here. This is when all the rainbows are out and everyone's having a good time and right, everything's all good. And that season's going to come for us. I can't tell you when. I think it's going to be within 1 to 6 months. If you're worried about Trump right now, I don't know what to tell you. Last time people were worried about tariffs was here in April. Look what happened. Everyone was freaking out. If you would have bought, you would have made a ton of money last year. Okay, but the majority, 90% of people were panicking because Trump was putting tariffs on China back here in April. If you guys weren't around in April, it's the same story. It's the same story. DJT, still bullish. Still bullish on DJT. This one's still got the monthly alert here. Just looking for a pop on that one. How about Trump? How about Trump say something about his stock and just pump it, huh? Make us some money, Trump. Quit rugging us, right? We're down here at the lows of 2023. This thing was all the way up at 80 bucks back in April of 2 years ago. Now it's down here at 13. I still like the DJT position. They're now an energy company, a social media company, and an ETF company. They got a lot of things they're doing. So I like the green dot on DJT. Still a holder of that one. I have the options. MSTR, we bought this one around 160. It's sitting at 173 now. Again, just waiting for our sell signal. Wait for this wave to come back up here. If it goes to 100, I plan on buying more. But unless that happens, not looking to buy more right now because we're already in at like 160. So when this thing comes back to 400 to 450, that's when I'll look to sell. We're just looking for a sell signal. So we got our buy signal, right? Now we just need our sell signal. If you guys are not familiar with the selling strategy, okay, it's right here. We have 2 different selling strategies that I cover completely inside the trading course. If you guys are new, I would highly recommend watching the trading course. Even if you just watch the first video, it's going to explain all these rules. Okay, but MSTR, if Bitcoin can find a bottom here, MSTR is going to fly back again. Where was everyone excited about MSTR? Up here at $400 or $500. What are they saying now? Oh, I don't know. I don't know. He might go bankrupt. Something bad might happen, right? I mean, that's the sentiment I want to buy when people are fearful, uncertain, or doubtful. Yeah, I'm buying because the signal says to buy, not because I think it's going to go up. It's because it's what the data says. RR, also green last week. We took a position on this one at around 3. It just bounced right there off the EMA. This will be an interesting one to watch this week. If it can hold on to 3, it's bullish. If it breaks $3, I'm probably going to be stopped out on it, but everything's pointing up. Everything's looking good. We're just consolidating, looking for a push higher. Target on that 6 to 7 still. Circle's just hanging around 80. Just, again, sideways, not doing much. Not a fun time, right? We want the 10x gains the day that we buy, but it just never happens, right? So we're just continuing to hold Circle here. DRN, this is that real estate ETF. You can see it's a real estate bull ETF. This is a leveraged ETF. But it does have the green dot right here. I think real estate's going to do very well in 2026 based on the charts. Again, we're just trading the signal here. Up above 8, that one looks really good. NVO, this has been the best trade for us so far since December. NVO got the signal right there at 45. We took that signal. I think this one has a lot of room to go, guys. Look at the monthly chart, how it's just now breaking out. It's beautiful, man. We're up so big. I'm up like 80% on this trade already. And this thing's looking really, really good here. Okay, pointing straight up. My target on this is going to be probably around 90 to 100. That'll be probably where I take a little bit of profit. I already took a little bit of profit last week off this dot here just because I was already up 70, 80%. But that thing looks like it wants to continue pushing up. So I think $100 is going to be a good place for a take profit. But that has a lot of room. If you're looking at the macro, it has a lot of room to go. Okay, a lot of room to go. And that's a beautiful breakout candle right there on NVO. So I really like that one. That was up 9% on Friday. And then the last one in my portfolio, actually I got 2 more, SMCI. I think SMCI is going to be a big winner in 2026 as well. Once again, just trading the signal, right? Just trading the signal here, $30, okay? And we're looking for the red zone. So one thing I'll say about this on Friday is that it broke up above that orange line. That orange line is the weekly moving average. Normally when that happens is when you get the reversal. Okay, you can see back here, when you break above the orange line like I did right here, we went sideways a little bit, but ended up breaking out. Okay, and then right here, boom, break out above the orange line, rip up. Okay, same kind of thing. So very bullish on SMCI. That was up 10% on Friday. And then my last position's GM. So I'm shorting GM. So I have puts on GM. Why am I having puts on GM? Look at the separation on the EMAs. Okay, these are our exponential moving averages. This white line stands for the 50-week. That is the 50 EMA. Okay, and I'll take some chart requests here in just a sec. Let me just get through this last one. Get your guys' chart requests in the chat now if you guys want me to answer them here live. We're going to be doing chart request videos Tuesday through Thursday this week as well. So one thing I just want to point out on GM is it's 23% off the yearly average. You can see how extended it is. So I'm shorting it thinking that it's going to come back down to like 60 to 70. So I have puts on that. I actually have an options course over here. If you guys want to learn more about options, just go to the options course here in the Discord. So you have a DeFi course, a trading course, and an options course. You guys can check all of those out over there inside the Discord. But a put is just an investment saying, hey, this thing's going to correct and go back down. So if it comes back to 60, okay, I'm actually going to make money by the stock going down. And I explain all of that inside of the options course over there inside the Discord too. So that's it for the portfolio, guys. That's what I'm looking for going into this week. I really like where my portfolio is. I'm really happy with the things that are developing. Again, this just takes a tremendous amount of patience to wait it out. You can't get shaken out on little 5% down days. You got to just remain strong, right? Chainlink's still looking very good. Everything's looking solid. I see one for ETH. Chart requests. I'll take a chart request now from the chat. So drop them there. I'll be on here probably for another 10, 20 minutes. Looks like we're at 91 likes. If we can get this video to 150 likes by the time I log off, I'm going to log off probably at 3 p.m. So that's in 12 minutes. If we can get to 150 likes, I'll give away 100 XRP to somebody in the chat. We'll do a 100 XRP giveaway. If we get it on the replay, if we get the 300 on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, tuning into the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP as well. If we can get the 300 likes on the video. Appreciate you guys showing up, and hopefully you guys are getting some value out of this, man. I live and breathe the Overkill Investing Club. It's all I do now, okay? That's all we do over here is invest in crypto and stocks, okay? We're just staying ahead of the market. We generally know what the market's going to do before the majority of retail does. So you can see, again, the last time we got the signal on ETH, we were buying Ethereum down here at around 1,500 to 2,000 back here in March, April. That was a huge trade. That was one of the best trades for us last year. It does have the signal still, so Ethereum is bullish. Again, what you could do is look for the 4-hour here or the daily. Again, people are freaking out. We're not even lower than we were last week. So up above 3,000, I really like ETH still. I'm still very bullish on Ethereum and altcoins, guys. Nothing has changed. Crypto ENA. This actually looks good. I was taking a look at it down here at 19 cents. You can see the low was at 14 down here after that big liquidation event in October. It was down there at 14. It does have a red dot on the weekly, so you could be in here on the daily. If you're in the position, I would just look to average down either on the next daily alert or the next weekly alert. I think this dot could potentially fade away, but as long as it holds 15 cents, I would be bullish. We do call out all those signals over here, so I would just watch for the daily alert there on ENA or the weekly. One of the two. We had HNT go off yesterday, it looks like. What else we got? Jeff says, knowledge and education is everything. It's true, man. Education is the key. Netflix. Netflix is still fading. So we got the signal, but it's still fading down. Okay? So we're being patient on this one. I told you guys before, I want to buy the monthly alert. I want to buy the monthly on Netflix. This thing's had a massive parabolic move. If you would have bought Netflix back here in 2022 at $20, look at this. You would have made 650%. So I think there's some profit taken on Netflix right now. Honestly, if we get Netflix at like $40, I would be a buyer. I don't like it here at 80. I just think it has more to go. That monthly time frame is looking really ugly. So I don't like it. I don't like the MACD cross here either. I think this thing is going to fall down all the way down here to 40. Okay, I think I would buy it at 40. I'll buy Netflix at 40. I don't want it up here at 90. What else we got? Yep, 50 more likes for 100 XRP giveaway. 50 more likes. SoFi I don't like. I'm short SoFi. Okay, way too extended off the EMAs. I've been short. I closed my short position out like right here, I think, on SoFi, but I think this one's going to correct really hard back down into 16. I'd be a seller of SoFi here. Again, where are we? We're up in the red zone. So we should be selling these red dots up here in the red zone. I would be short SoFi here. Alts from Zeta. Big ripper. I told you guys when I sold this, it's going to rip. I sold it around 130. Oh, man, that hurts. Wow. That looks bullish to me, man. I'd be targeting the red zone. You could sell on a red dot if you want here on the daily, but that thing has a lot of room to go. So that's a big, bad breakout right there on alts. That's beautiful. If you're still holding, congrats. I ended up selling down here only for tax purposes. I wanted to mitigate my gains so I didn't have to pay as much in taxes. I was down pretty big on the position, so I decided to sell it and throw it into something else. I think I put it into XCN or something like that. But thing is pushing up. So that looks really good. Again, just wait for one of the sell signals that we go over in the trading course. You know them either when the stochastic hits that white dotted line, or this wave comes up here, gives you a red dot, or when the daily gives you a red dot in the red zone. You can see the last time that happened was back here at 950. If you didn't sell right there, you got smoked. Okay, 950 down to $1. That's a ugly drop there, but that looks good. It looks good. I like the breakout on that. I am unfortunately no longer in the position because of taxes. Thank God for taxes, right? Too bad Jesus said to pay your taxes. That's just too bad. Zeta got the red dot in the red zone at 24. That was where I would have took profits. If you want to re-enter, I would look for the 4-hour, maybe down there around 18 or 20, or the daily if you want to re-enter. But you should have took profits right here on the 12th of last week at 24, 25 bucks. Again, signal, red dot in the red zone is where we sell. Okay, now you can see it's correcting. TLT. TLT's got the green dot on the weekly. It's not below the white line like we like it to be, but pretty choppy, man. I don't know. Not a big fan of TLT. Stocks go down because people sell. Stocks go up because people buy. RNDR. You guys could just drop the tickers for me. RNDR looks good right here at 2. Signal came back there at 156. This looks good, dude. Stochastics on the ground on the daily. I think that thing's going to get a nice bounce up to 5. I think render looks good. I see one for John for CRO. CRO's got a red dot on the weekly. I would be looking for the daily. Okay, I'd be looking for the daily. I'm still very bullish on this name. Just because it's showing red right now doesn't mean it's going to end red. So if it does end red, all you could do is then just look to re-enter again on the next green. So you can see how it went green, red, green. Boom, you were buying at 8 cents. It went all the way up to 40 cents. I really like CRO down here at 9 cents. It looks really good. Target's all the way up there at 30. Yeah, Alts owns like... what I thought was interesting, they own 7.5% of the circulating supply. Look at that wick there on... dude, I'm telling you right now, guys, there is a lot of bullish stuff that's developing here. Okay, that is a big amount of buyers stepping in to buy World Liberty 5. This is Trump's pretty much decentralized bank. But the thing about alts is they own 7.5% of the total supply of World Liberty 5. So if World Liberty 5 goes up, alts is obviously going to go up. Again, I would just trade the data. I would just trade the signal. You might take some profits at 4 if it hits it, and then 6, and then 8 after that. But we got the MACD cross. Everything's pointing up. Green dot. Everything looks good. XRP. XRP. Got another 5 minutes to get about 150 likes on the stream. Can we do it? We need about 38 more likes on the stream, guys, for a 100 XRP giveaway. If we could do it on the replay, I'll still give away the 100 XRP if we can get to 300 on the replay, but we got to get to 150 here on the live. 175 or 175 is the support there for XRP. It does have a red dot right now, so I would definitely, once you get the red dot, what you could do is use a stop loss at the previous low. The previous low is either right there at 175 or down here at 150. 175 looks like a good spot for it, but you can see that's a bull hammer right there forming. So, oh my gosh. If that could close the day, well, we got another hour. It looks like it's going to close there. So how I'd be trading XRP, I would use a stop loss at 170 on XRP. Do you guys hear what I'm saying? Stop loss at 170 on XRP. If 170 breaks, we're most likely coming back down to 150 or even $1. But I like this action here into the close. This thing might even close green today. I mean, that's insane. Look at the bull hammer, dude. If you guys don't know what a bull hammer is, let me just look it up for you. What is a bull hammer? Okay, this is a technical pattern here, right? We're technical traders here. We're not buy and hopers. We're not anything like that. Okay, let me just see if I can open this up for you. Yep. A bull hammer. Lesson of the day right here. Okay, downtrend. They sell it off and then the buyers step in and they suck it right back up. You see that wick on the bottom? That tells you that buyers are stepping in and buying it up. Okay? So they tried to sell it off, but the buyers were too strong and sucked it right back up. That's called a bull hammer. Okay? Bull hammer. So I'd really like XRP above 175. Again, everyone's jacked up about XRP up here at 350, jacked up here. Not so excited down here at 175. We called XRP out back here in July at 50 cents, guys. If you guys were around on the channel, our signal is to buy when the green dot is below that white line on the weekly. Boom. You saw it right there in July. 40 cents all the way up to 350. That was a huge trade for us last year too. And 175 is the level we're currently watching. So as long as it can hold 175, it looks good. It's going to be an interesting week, man. It's going to be a very interesting week this week. I'll tell you guys that right now. And again, we're just watching the charts. We're not watching anything else. We're not listening to the news. Let's just watch the charts and see what they tell us. Right now, XRP is giving you a warning sign. Okay? Warning sign doesn't mean sell. Okay? Warning sign just means, hey, be mindful of this level. Okay? At 170, 175. Roblox. Roblox had a big push up there on, what was that? Last week sometime. Big old move. I don't like this one either. I'm looking at the monthly. It still looks like it wants to come down. This one's tough, man. This one's a tough play. It does have our signal here, but it had a huge push up, like 20%. So I don't like to normally chase things up 20%. What I do on Roblox is I would look to the 4-hour or the hourly for a pullback. So either wait for the wave to come back down here on the hourly to give you a green dot, or the 4-hour to come back down here. You can see how extended the 4-hour is right now. The daily stochastic is topping out. We're hitting that moving average. I think this is one I would short, just based off of that signal. If you want to play it, I would use a stop loss right there at 71, but I hate chasing big green candles like that, right? Because you could instantly lose 20% if it decides to go the other way on you. I don't know too much about Roblox. I know they make kids games, but their earnings actually do look impressive. They have been, you could see last year in October, they made 1.3 billion. This October, they made 1.9. So that's almost a 100% increase in revenue year over year. That's pretty good. Thank you, RJB. Yep, my pleasure. What do we got? What else we got? Blocks is down very good. What's Blocks? Is that an ETF? Nicholas Crypto Income ETF. Wow. Got the signal there. Never heard of this one before. Looks good, though. Ondo? Yeah, I'm looking to buy Ondo if it hits 20 cents. If it doesn't hit 20 cents, I'm not interested. 20 cents is just down here. I don't know if it's going to hit it or not. I know they had a big token unlock, so that means they're releasing tokens into circulation here. I think we're going to get a really good opportunity to buy Ondo here very soon. We did get the signals right here around 35. It's sitting at 34 right now, so I told you guys I'm going to set a limit order for like 21 cents. If it wicks down to 21 cents, I'll buy it. But unless that happens, I'm not too interested in averaging down. If you bought here at 30, right, you should 30 or 40, you should have a plan if it goes down that way, right? You got to expect the best, prepare for the worst. If you enter here at 40, enter here at 20, your average cost is 30. If it goes back to $2, well, Merry Christmas. But Ondo, I don't know. I just don't know enough about the project. I just don't. My number one pick for crypto, if you guys want an easy no-brainer, it's Chainlink. It's the easiest, in my opinion, double up I've ever seen in my life. Thank you, Kendra. You're amazing as well. Rose. We got monthly dot. That actually popped up there at 2 cents. So I know a lot of you guys have been tracking this one as well. That one is breaking out. Again, signal came right here at a penny. You're already up 100%. Red zone's up there at 4. That's a big, strong candle right there. You can't ignore that. Okay, that's a big boy candle. 4 cents would be the target on Rose. Yep, my pleasure. My pleasure. I love doing this, guys. I love the Spartan Army. I love serving you guys. It's a true blessing from God, man. I really love the Overkill Army, man. All the Spartans, all the recruits, everybody. Hey, we're in this thing together. This channel isn't about me. It's not about you. It's about all of us working together. Okay? All of us working together here in conjunction with each other. Okay? It's a lot easier to win with people than it is to win without people. Okay? That's the whole goal. It's a lot funner, too. It's a lot better. AVAX, I like AVAX down here at 1250. It got the green dot right there. right at probably the same level. So you're right back down to the level. And again, that got the 4 hour right there as well. So I like it right here at 1250. And if it dropped down to like 1150, I would just buy more. This is actually one I'm eyeing right now. I just haven't pulled the trigger. Watch for the daily. Watch for the daily on this one. Again, as long as the weekly or the monthly is green, look for the daily. Okay, look for the daily. I think the daily will be a good setup. I think that one's going to bounce right there at 12. As long as the last dot is green, we are bullish. We are bullish. We're not listening to Trump or anybody else. We don't care. What does the chart say? The chart says we're cheap. Why is it cheap? Well, we just went down 68, 70% from that high right there in 2025. 70%. So that's like going to the grocery store and groceries are 70% off. You guys going to buy groceries that day? Hell yes, we are going to buy groceries that day, okay? We don't want to buy groceries when they're up 70%. We want to buy them when they're down 70%. We're at discount prices, baby. Discount prices. 23, love you, brother. Thank you. What else we got? Solana bottom. Yeah, I'm bullish on Sol. We've been bullish on Sol here. Got the signal right there in December. As long as Sol can hold on to 117 or 115, it looks good. Again, I'd be on the 4 hour right there. Look, you got the 4 hour signal. Looks good. As long as 115, 116 holds, it's bullish. Okay, I'd be looking for the daily or the 4 hour. Okay, if that thing corrects back down here to 80, 90 bucks, we'll just buy more. Okay, as of right now, we are bullish on Solana as long as that dot remains green. What's the name we were looking at that was red? It was it was XRP. So again, what you could do if you guys want to manage risk is when you see the weekly red dot show up, you can set a stop loss. So I only want to set a stop loss if I see the weekly dot show up. And all I do is I use the previous low, which is right here at 170, 175 or 170. And if it breaks down below that, I will sell and then look to buy the next green dot. Okay, but XRP is holding up pretty nice here. I would really like to see this daily candle close where it is. Okay, and then get a big green candle tomorrow and just send that thing to the sky. Okay, and the stock market's closed today, so you guys got to understand, like, today is a very illiquid day. There's not a lot of people trading or doing anything. Normally on holidays, the markets they lack volume. They lack liquidity. So on weekends, right, when the stock market's closed, there isn't as much liquidity in the markets. So that's what makes it easy to manipulate price. XRP still fine above 175. If 175 breaks, I would sell it and probably look to buy around like 150. Okay, if you really want to use a very less conservative, I would say, stop losses, I would put your stop loss like at 140. But that's like a 20% dip if it happens. But again, if the red dot pops, you just have to make a decision. Either say, okay, I'm willing to hold this thing even if it goes down, or I'll sell it and then just re-enter when it comes back to green. But XRP, I would just use a stop loss around 170 to 175. What else we got? JD from Cole. Yeah, I'm just taking requests right from the chat, guys. So if you guys got them, get them in, get them in, get them in. Looks like we need another 28 likes for a 100 XRP giveaway. Come on. Y'all want some free XRP? Smash the like, baby. We got 141 viewers on the live right now. Let's get her up to 150. What do you say, huh? JD's just hanging out. JD's got the signal there. So again, you could use a stop loss at 28 on this if you want to buy that. That's an easy $1 stop loss. This is a Chinese company. They actually make a ton of money, $42 billion a quarter. That looks good, pretty good above 128. I'm not worried at all about what Trump's saying. I don't care what Trump's saying. Trump will say one thing one day and he'll say another thing the next day. That's not an investment strategy to follow what Trump's saying. It's just not. Because on Tuesday, tomorrow, he can come out and say everything's good, and then everything will just go up. Okay, I don't watch the news. I don't pay attention to the news. I don't care about the news. I laugh at the news. Whenever I see Jim Cramer saying, oh, he's expecting a bad open, I'm laughing. I'm buying. Okay, I do the opposite of what Jim Cramer says. You want to make money? You want another strategy? You guys don't have to follow this strategy. Okay, just go turn on Jim Cramer's show every day at, what is he? It's like 3 or 6 Eastern time, I think. I used to watch his show. I used to think he was the best guy ever because the way he talked, he was so funny and so intriguing. You know, he yelled and screamed and did all the fancy, flashy stuff. He had all the bells and all the whistles. And then I found out he's just a deep state puppet. He's just a deep state puppet. He does what he's told, right? The smart money, okay, once you guys really start to understand this game, the smart money is, these guys are not your average Joes, right? These are like institutional investors, right? These people own the media waves, right? They own Fox News, they own CNBC, they own the news channels, right? When you own the news channel, you control the narrative. So down here, right, when we have a big pullback on names, that's when they want you scared. Why do they want you scared? Because they want you to sell. Because they can't buy, right? Smart money, they can't buy unless you're selling. Okay, they can't buy more stock. They can't buy more crypto unless the retail people are selling. Okay, and they can't sell unless you guys are buying. Or I'm sorry, unless you, yeah, right? They can't sell unless you guys are buying. So up here, you'll see CNBC, oh, bull market, 2020, right? It's going to be the greatest thing ever. It's going to the moon. We're never coming down. Okay, and then down here, they're like, oh, God, it's over, right? The bear market's coming. It's here. Donald Trump's giving us tariffs, and we're all going to die. That's pretty much the sentiment right now, am I right? Right? You got this and that. Put ice on this and ice on that. And, right, World War III and Japan and China and Russia, and it's all going to end. And, right, that's the sentiment. It's been going on for hundreds of years. They want you fearful right now. Okay, when the chart is down here, right, when we experience a big dramatic pullback, and when I say big dramatic, I mean like 50, 60, 70%, chart goes down, smart money, what do they want you to do? They want you scared. They want you selling. They want you giving up, and they want you going to chase the next shiny object that they put in front of you. It's just the way it is, guys. It's psychology, man. It's all psychology. Warren Buffett tells you, buy when there's blood in the streets. Would you guys say there's blood in the streets right now? I mean, some of these cryptos are down. I mean, you see it. Chainlink's down 60%. I would say, right, there was people buying up here at 28. There was people buying here, okay? It's down 60%, okay? I would be in despair if I watched my portfolio go down 60%, okay? Luckily, we have a strategy that allowed us to get out up here around this area, all right? Now it's all the way down here. Now we're buying. Now we're loading up because we got our signals. The data says to. Make sense? I'll take a couple more here. Couple more. How much time do we have on the likes? I said I was going to sign off 10 minutes ago. So, I don't know. Until I feel like it, I guess. I'm trying to give it to you guys. But we might have to do it on the replay today. APT's down. APT needs a daily. It does have the weekly. So, again, we'd be on the daily or the 4-hour here. Okay, the 4-hour gave you one here at 160. So, I like that one. Another one that's just super beat up. So, again, when the wave is down here, right, when the wave is down here, we are confirmed in despair on whatever time frame we're looking at. And if it's on the monthly and if it's on the weekly, we should be licking our chops. Okay? Because when things get exciting and everyone's jacked up, feeling good, you know, that's when we're going to be ready to sell. We're going to be selling, right? We are the smart money. We trade with the smart money. When we go back up here, this is when we are going to be selling. This is when retail is going to be really excited. Retail is going to be losing their minds. You might see Chainlink at $100. You might see XRP at 10, right? People are going to be losing their minds. They're going to be like, oh my gosh, right? And they're going to get greedy. They're going to get really greedy. Kind of like people that are holding silver still. They're going to get greedy. They're going to say, oh no, it's not going down. I'm not going to sell it. It's going to keep going up, right? It's going to keep going up. It's never going down. Everything retraces, dude. I'm telling you, I've been doing this for 10 years. Nothing goes up forever. Eventually, there will be a point where somebody, one of these guys, is going to say, okay, sell it. And then it's going to dip. And then it's going to come like this, and you're going to be like, it's just a little dip. It's going to recover. Oh, see, we're going back to normal. Oh, my God, what did I do? Okay? It happens over and over and over again. And that's it for today, folks. If we can get this to 300 likes on the replay, if you guys are watching the replay, I'll give away 100 XRP. Somebody ping me in the Discord if we do it. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off for today. We're going to be live here on Tuesday, which is tomorrow, Wednesday, and Thursday. We're going to be taking chart requests over here from the Discord under the chart request thread. We opened this up yesterday, so we're going to be answering all these requests throughout the rest of the week, and then we're going to do a watch list like we do every single Friday. We drop a watch list every Friday, top stocks and cryptocurrencies. If you guys missed that, on Friday, the replay is here on YouTube. You can also come over here to the latest tab in the Discord. The Discord is free to join. I'm going to go ahead and drop a link for you guys to join. Nightbot just dropped the link to join the Discord. It's free to join. We do have a membership that you guys can get access to more stuff with, but you can see right. Did it really not post again? Oh my gosh, that sucks, man. Damn. I've been having some trouble with my pinger, but I'm actually gonna drop this for you guys real quickly. Let me just drop it. Top stocks and crypto next week's watch list. Yeah, this is the one. So, yeah, I'm gonna post that right there. So it's always in the latest tab. Normally it should pop up automatically, but that was from the 16th. So this was today's video. I'm gonna drop this in the latest video, but it's on YouTube. So that was from January 16th. That was Friday's video. We drop a watch list every Friday just to go over what we're watching next week here. That was all these names here. We covered all these names here on Friday. But yeah. So that's it, folks. God bless you guys. We'll see you tomorrow for some chart requests. We'll see you then. Take care, and God bless.